1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audiovisual, dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Tuesday, June the 6th, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 61 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like and follow if you're watching on Facebook, and like and subscribe on YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. We do this every weekday, Monday through Thursday. We always start with a libation, so let's go ahead and get started with today's libation. Today's libation is for one Miss Gwendolyn Elizabeth Brooks. Gwendolyn Brooks, June 7th, 1917 to December 3rd, 2000. An American poet, author, and teacher, her work often dealt with the personal celebrations and struggles of ordinary people in her community. She won the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry on May 1st, 1950 for Annie Allen, making her the first African American to receive a Pulitzer Prize. Throughout her prolific writing career, Brooks received many more honors. A lifelong resident of Chicago, she was appointed Poet Laureate of Illinois in 1968, a position she held until her death 32 years later. She was also named the U.S. Poet Laureate from 1985 to 1986 term. In 1976, she became the first African American woman inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Letters. Let's read this quote from Gwendolyn Brooks. Poetry is life distilled. Let me say that again. That's a very simple, easy, great quote from Gwendolyn Brooks. Poetry is life distilled. Leave it to a true poet to summarize an encyclopedia worth of thought in one quick phrase. Gwendolyn turned the proverbial thousands of words of each picture and reduced it down to the most biting tidbits that guaranteed to capture your attention. No wonder she won a Pulitzer in the 1950s. She could take the thousands of shades, colors, verbs, and nouns that it took to be Black or a woman or a Chicagoan and make a thick, syrupy poem that captured it all. She captured the ordinary days and the extraordinary life moments so well. I hope I am one of the many poets who continue in her tradition. Let's pour a libation from one Miss Gwendolyn Brooks. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames to flickers, we pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. We honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Miss Gwendolyn Brooks. Thank y'all very much. I'm really enjoying doing these libations. I've been doing a lot more research than I started off with initially, and it's been just grounding me in what my purpose is as a storyteller, as an educator, as someone who's really into making sure I get my RBG message out there and show pride in my people. I found this really good interview with Gwendolyn Brooks. She's being interviewed at the Library of Congress, and one of the people interviewing her is actually E. Ethelbert Miller. I had the good fortune of interviewing him like 15 years ago. Maybe 30 years from now, people are going to show me interviewing E. Ethelbert Miller the way I'm showing E. Ethelbert Miller interviewing Miss Brooks. But I want to show you a few moments of this pretty lengthy interview, but I thought she made some really outstanding points and some foreshadowing of some poems of hers you probably should read. Friends, this is Miss Gwendolyn Brooks.
Joe, is this part of that?
Later on,
Later on, right.
Much later. To those of my sisters who kept their naturals, under which I say never to look a hot comb in the...
Okay, hold on. That's not the part I want to show. Hold on, let me get to the part I want to show. Hold on, let me find the part I'm looking for. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me play my music video I was gonna play. Let me play the music video I want to play. I meant to play this yesterday. This is my Loving Life video. So let me play my Loving Life music video while I'm queuing up the correct part of this Gwendolyn Brooks interview, and I'll be right back. I meant to play this song yesterday. I'm still working out the technical difficulties. This hopefully will give you some positive energy to start off your Tuesday morning. This track is called Loving Life. What's up, y'all? This is Bomani Armah, the Watermelon Man, here to give you a big slice. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. Making reality of my fantasy before it ends in its inevitable tragedy. No matter when I go, it's not the right time, or find myself in the wrong place without my right mind, or lose the person I swore I couldn't live without. My little light shining creates a shadow of doubt, but I'm a bask in the glow while the light's shining. I'm living in the now, no fast forward or rewinding. So much beauty in a world that's so ugly. I got teenage sons who hug me while saying they love me. Got a daughter who's a toddler, who's the apple of my eye. An intelligent wife with a big heart and some thick thighs. She got knowledge herself, she is my true wealth. Through sickness and health, with books on the shelf as thick as herself. I said that before, I had to say it again. When I fail, she holds me, so when I lose, I win. Yeah, I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. I'm not saying this to gloat. I know the storms of life will once again rock my boat. It could all change tomorrow, could be crumbled and be ruined. My good fortune is little to do with my own doing. I just wanna mark this moment in time when the world is getting sick, but I'm feeling just fine. I'ma say this part a cappella so you feel it. Not a self-made man, I'm a product of my village. I'ma take this next moment to thank my ancestors, my family and my friends who are my biggest investors. My mother and my father, my sister and my brother, and my community who has always got me covered. They love me no matter what, and yeah, that's deep. I get with this instead of that because I'm the black sheep. My past is prepping me for what's coming next. Hey y'all, I'm even cool with my ex. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. I breathe easy, but sometimes I'm stressed. Atheists say I'm lucky, church folks say I'm blessed. You wanna know why? Let me tell you my philosophy. I live with no animosity, in the spirit of reciprocity. It's not giving back, cause we're one, not two. Looking out for me means looking out for you. We're all from the same stardust. I've been given so much love and so much trust. I give the children all the wisdom that I borrow. I take from yesterday and I give it to tomorrow. I'm in the middle just like in my dreams. Reaping what I sow is my daily routine. Eating up life like a meal at Thanksgiving. Enjoying every moment cause I live for a living. There are people who laugh at my plans. They're not haters, they just don't know that they're fans. And I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. Yeah. Friends, that was Loving Life, new track off of my project called The Big Slice. You can find more information by going to the link in the description to find more information about that. Now, a lot of the footage that you see in there is either me teaching in a classroom, me teaching at Wilson Baker, which is like one of my favorite places to teach. Also at Watermelon Day. All right. So if you saw me smiling and dancing and having fun with children and eating watermelon, you saw me at Watermelon Day. Watermelon Day is happening August 5th, 2023 from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Sankofa Video and Books. It's our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green. You are more than welcome to come through. I am looking forward to seeing you. As a matter of fact, friends, today I've got on my RBG shirt. Let me move the mic out the way. I got my original RBG Pan-African flag watermelon shirt. Let me give you some more information about this. This and the Maryland shirt and the DC shirt are all available. Let me give you some information about this. Get your watermelon Pan-African flag shirt designed by yours truly, the Watermelon Man. For centuries, our ancestors in Africa and America have perfected the art of growing watermelon, and we are determined to be proud of our accomplishments as a people and comfortable in our own skin. The Pan-African flag was created in 1920 to represent the people of the African diaspora and to symbolize Black liberation in the United States. According to the UNIA, the red is for the blood that unites all people of Black ancestry and was shed for liberation. That is represented in the red colored flesh of the watermelon and the watermelon RBG flag. The black represents the people who exist as a nation, though not in a nation state. That is represented by the seeds in the watermelon, which in reality vary in colors from dark black to light brown, even sometimes white. The green stripe represents the land and the abundant natural wealth of Africa. This is represented by the green skin of the watermelon. Which actually holds the whole thing together. This flag, like the original RBG flag, was created to give Black people in America and the world a symbol that unifies the diaspora. I've got mine. My homie Kojo just ordered theirs the other day. I'm waiting for the pictures of it, Kojo. Can't wait to see it. So yeah, I want to make sure you get yours. All right, now finally, I've queued up the video that I wanted to show y'all with E. Ethelbert Miller interviewing Gwendolyn Brooks. And so now's a good time to go back to that. Friends, here is Gwendolyn Brooks.
Evidences. My friends were seemingly very proud and happy. It was something that hadn't happened to a black before, so they were glad on that score. We had a lot of celebrations, I remember.
How did you hear about it? Because it's always a thing in terms of the person being notified.
Just wanted to let you know, they're talking about her winning the Pulitzer in 1950 and how she found out about it and what she did immediately. I need to make sure y'all got that set up before you saw the rest. Here we go.
How did you hear about it? Where were you when you heard you had won the Pulitzer Prize?
I was in a house at 9134 Wentworth, and the lights were out. That's been told many times by now. We hadn't paid the electric bill, so there was no electricity. And it was dusk, so it was dark in the house. My son was 9 at the time. Jack Starr, a reporter on the Sun-Times, called. He is now associated with Chicago Magazine, was one of the editors, till senior editor, till just recently. So he said, do you know that you have won the Pulitzer Prize? And I said, no, and screamed over the telephone. I couldn't believe it. So he said, well, it was true. And it would be announced the next day. The next day, reporters came, photographers came with cameras, and I was absolutely petrified. I wasn't going to say anything about the electricity. I knew that when they put in their, when they tried to attach their cameras and all, nothing was going to happen. However, miraculously, somebody had turned the electricity back on that fast. I've never known exactly what happened. So my son and I danced around in the dusk and decided we'd go out to the movies to celebrate. I don't know what movie it was before you ask.
Ms. Brooks, one person who I had the opportunity to talk to while you were here at the Library of Congress was your daughter, Nora. And one thing I was struck by was the closeness between you and her, which seemed more like sisters as opposed to mother-daughter. And I know she's been the inspiration to some of your work, which you've dedicated to her. Could you talk about that relationship?
Sisters. I think she always remembers that I'm mother, and I remember that she's daughter because I'm still likely to adjust a collar or something and irritate her in that way. But we are good friends, and we see many things alike. For instance, when she went to Paris, she went to France when she was about 15, when she was 15. And she, was that the time? Yeah, she came back with a natural. She had gone there with her hair all nicely curled and oiled and shining. And I expected her to come back in that way, but she came back with a natural. And we had it hot and heavy then, believe it or not. But she stood by her decision, and that is something I've always admired in her. She has helped me many times, as have so many of those young people that I met in the 60s. I've learned a lot from the young.
Well, you went on to write a poem about the natural. Was this part of that?
Later on,
right.
much later on, when I had a natural. To those of my sisters who kept their naturals, under which I say never to look a hot comb in the teeth. It has irritated a lot of my sisters.
Ah, man, that was some good stuff right there. I want you to go back and find more of that interview. I have the rest of it in the description. Friends, that is my time. I hope you were blessed by hearing the voice of the first African American to win the Pulitzer, and that is Miss Gwendolyn Brooks. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. There are two things left that I have to do. One of them is to play the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Thank you very much. I messed up at the moment. I was like, man, I'm finally getting good at this. That's what the arrogance gets me. Friends, there are three things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. That is my program. I am Baba Bomani. At the count of three, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces, and I will see y'all tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Hold it now, melody is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.